Hello, everybody. We are live. Welcome to another episode of Ask Me Anything. This is Katrina, and this is actually day 33 of my 90-day Go Live journey. Happy weekend, everybody. Oh my gosh, my nose is itchy. If this is the first time you're seeing me, I'm Katrina. I'm a boy mom of three based here in Toronto, and this is what I do. I love what I do. I help ambitious working moms make life changing money online. I've been doing this for more than 5 years now, and I feel like I'm just starting. In a sense, because of the excitement, things are scaling up, and I'm more than excited than ever. There you have it. And this Ask Me Anything episode, I do this every now and then, more often now because of the Go Live journey. This is actually your opportunity to connect with me, ask me questions, and here we get to talk about life, business, and everything in between. You can ask me questions how this works. You can ask me questions live on the comment section, or you can DM me and then we can talk about it in my next go live. Okay, and also this is part of my 90-day go live challenge, as I've mentioned, and each day you'll get a front row seat, to the real, unfiltered moments of my business and life. We'll share the wins, the challenges, and everything in between. Awesome. And today, by the way, if you are tuning in live or in a replay, let me know where you're tuning in from so you know how global we are. I know it's a Sunday. How are you guys spending your day? Hey, Linda, how are you? Nice to see you here. Thanks for tuning in. Yeah, let me know where you're tuning in from. A comment live or replay and where you're tuning in from so we know how global we are. All right, so we'll be answering this question. And um, a lot of you are wondering about this, especially if you're already in doing the business. Who among you here you know, comment letter. What do we need? Comment number one if you feel like you are running out of content ideas for your posts, whether that's a go live, that's a photo post or a reel. Let me know. Comment number one if you feel like, oh my gosh, what do I post tomorrow? What do I post today? And if you are fairly new or you're just curious, what I do online, how I do social media marketing, and you feel like, okay, do I need to, show my face every time? Do I also need to do a go live like Katrina? What do I even say in my post, even if it's, just a regular photo? If you're that, comment number one if you're feeling like, okay, where do I get all these ideas? Or I also get this kind of question every now and then, like, Katrina, how come, how I follow you always. You're such an inspiration. Thank you for always sharing your knowledge. How do you come up with those ideas for your content, right? And I totally feel you because I was like you at first as well. Oh, Linda, awesome, from the US. I also was feeling like that at the beginning, and my mentors and coaches, they've been doing that. Dave and Roxanne Abiso, they would do go lives every now and then, and I get so excited hearing from them as well. At the same time, I got curious, like, how are these, you know how are my mentors getting all these ideas from for their go lives or for their posts? I was like, I wish I can be like them. And that's a good start. If you're feeling challenged, that means you really wanted to put value for your audience, give value to your audience. And when we say value, it just doesn't mean like you need to teach something. Value can also mean, giving them entertainment, inspiration. That's also value, because people are on social media. Most of the time, they just want to be entertained. They want to have a little break from the realities of life in a way, right? So now I'll be sharing with you what I learned from my mentors and coaches, and how I'm also applying it, and to my goal is like exactly how I'm doing it today, like sharing this value to you guys, because this is what I've been applying since I learned this method like from more than 4 years ago, 5 years ago, since I started here in the business. So the answer to this, how to have unlimited social media content, like endless, endless, unlimited. This is the quick answer to that. ILTP. I've already talked about this also in the past, but it's always worth repeating, especially for our new audience. If you're curious how I come up with topics like this, and also for those of you who are my business partners, who are fairly new, and also the seasoned ones, this is a good refresher as well. Also for myself, like sometimes I still feel like, okay, what do I talk about today? I still feel that every now and then. But it's more of like there's so many things that I can talk about. What do I focus on for today, right? And it's because of this ILTP. What's I? What's the number one? Number one, the letter I starts for invest. Okay, invest means invest your time, or perhaps a little bit of money. Like it doesn't need to be like super expensive. Like maybe less than $20. There's like less than $10 investment. You can do that. How I will let you know in a bit. Of course, depending on what you need to learn how to do. Right, investing time to learn something that you can teach to your audience. Like now, for example, I invested a bit of my maybe 5 minutes of my time before going live to refresh on this idea because I already I've known this for quite a while now. Investing in reading or listening, watching a video. So you invest when you invest your time and a bit of money. Sometimes when you can buy like books, like for on Kindle, they're like $9 books, and then you can digest it, and they're per chapter. You can share it to your audience. You invest time, right? And because when you have the goal of teaching somebody, you can learn it better. I've read it somewhere too that when you have the intention of teaching what you are trying to learn, you learn better and you absorb it more because you have that intention. I'm like, okay, how do I make this easier for some so I can teach it easily for other people, right? Because if you guys don't understand what I'm teaching, that means I didn't understand it quite well too, as I have to make it as easy for my audience as possible for them to understand. Okay, so but that's the first one. You have to invest your time in learning the things, and these are my go-to's, where I invest my time. So could have like unlimited social media content for you guys, whether you're in the business or you're just snooping in, whether you're my friend in real life, like, we've met before or meeting you here online. These are my go-tos. Books, and that includes also Kindle, like, the digital. I love Kindle because I can bring it anywhere. And when I highlight the text, it's on the like a notes section of the Kindle. But I also have like physical books. But I enjoy Kindle more because I can bring it, the portability. Books, podcasts, um, of course, I mentioned Audible as well. Audible, I love Audible because I can do mindless activities like house chores while something is plugged in my ear, and it could be a like productive hour or hours. Like last night, I was decluttering the drawers, like the clothes, the underwear. I would be folding them, and I was listening to a podcast or an Audible or a Joel Osteen's podcast or Dave Ramsey's, or like a health podcast, or on my what do you call this, on my Audible, like about fasting, about health, about parenting. So all those stuff. And there's also ChatGPT. You can ask ChatGPT, how do I, for example, give pointers from Tony Robbins on how to be a more confident speaker, like 3 pointers, and then it will itemize and then just expound on that based on your own experience, right? Or how do I become more organized as a mom, as a working mom, based on this specific person, like Ali Abdal, who's he's a productivity expert on YouTube. So, and then the as I've said before, the magic in the AIs is really the prompting. At the end of the day, it's still based up to you, based on you, on the prompts that you'll be asking it, right? YouTube, they just Google how to do this, and it will give you tips, strategies. Um, Especially if you have people that you follow, like Tony Robbins and Bob Proctor. Um, who else? Jeff Olson for the Slight Edge. We have your John Maxwell. You know, uh, so many. I'm looking at my books here on the side. I'm just looking at the authors here. Um, for Gary Vaynerchuk, Russell Brunson, so many, like the authors, the people that you admire. Google them, watch them on YouTube. Ed Milet, Steve Harvey, those people, or you can also ask ChatGPT, who are the top 10. Give me top 10 best coaches regard about productivity, about leadership, about running an online business, things like that. And then Google them, YouTube that. It's free. You'll just invest your time, right? But of course, if you want to dive deeper into like trainings or courses, master classes, Mind Valley, I do have like a subscription on that. And feel free to look around. I also enrolled in what's that, business mastery program of Tony Robbins, and they have monthly master classes. They do invite different speakers who share their knowledge and wisdom. So take something from that, and then when you attend seminars, events, offline meetups, what are your takeaways? Even if it's just your own perspective, that is huge already, because you're giving your audience value that they cannot get from anybody, because it's your own point of view. You just need to, you'll gain confidence the more you do it. So these are just the a good start for you to have and share those learnings. Okay, these are just my go-tos that I highly recommend you doing. You can start like tonight, after you watch, just Google like how to do this, how to do that, or watch on YouTube, and just give your audience like just 3 tips. Don't give them too much or you'll overwhelm them. So just give them 3 to 4. Okay. And then the second one is, of course, learn. ILTP, learn. You invest your time, you learn. What is it that you need to know? uh, Listen, process it, simplify it, of course, with the intention of, third one, and now you teach it. You go live, you make a post out of it. For example, if you learn a really powerful um, quote, especially like on Reels right now, it doesn't need to be like really from people, like famous people or celebrities or speakers. Sometimes just simple reels that you see here on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok that really resonates with you, you can share that and make it your own. For example, I was browsing yesterday, like for content inspirations on Instagram, and then I watched this very short reel. I think there's less than like maybe just 15 seconds. A guy, and he's saying, "Are you ready for this code?" Like very casually, he's just talking on camera, and he said, that thing, something to this effect, like that thing that you're scared to do, maybe it's not really hard, it's just new. And that really resonated with me too. I was like, that's so simple, right? Nothing fancy. He just said, it's not really, maybe try it, it's not, maybe it's not really difficult, it's just new. That's why, and then you can put your own flair to it. Now I'm going to be, what I can do with that is either I can also do that as a reel, or put a photo with a music, a nice photo, and then just a quote. And then I would do a caption based on what I'm feeling. Like story of me starting doing a go live before I posted it earlier, my very first go live 5 years ago in 2019. And I put you can put also a little story for me. What I can put is like, I remember the first time, hitting that go live button. I was, sweaty. I'm calming my nerves. But looking back right now, I might be feeling that because it's not really that hard, but it's because it's new And when we have something new, all our defenses are up. It's not comfortable. Human nature would say, okay, this is an unfamiliar territory, so better be careful or stop or do this. So many excuses, right? So that's how you can repurpose that and make it your own. I'm not saying copy exactly, but use it as an inspiration and put your own flair to it, right? That's how I would teach that simple reel that I got. And also, I've read somewhere that there's really no original ideas anymore. Like the things, especially myself as well, whatever I teach here, this is not an original idea. I just learned it from somebody, an expert, or from mentors, coaches, or fellow business partners, or from a random person on social media. And I resonate with it. I just make it my own. In a sense, I put my own personality to that post, right? So that's how I would do it. And then, hang on, the last one. Oh, hello, everybody. Ali, hello. Sheila, very helpful topic coach. You're welcome. There you go. From Atlanta. Jeannie from Bristol, UK. Hello. Oh, it's so late there already, almost midnight, right? Jasmine, hello. Is that Northwest Territories? Am I doing it correctly? Hang on. I am curious. NWT. Where is that? I think so. Uh, Canada. I think this is the first time. Yes, Northwest Territories, Jasmine. Oh wow, that's awesome. I seldom have somebody from the Northwest Territories, and I'm. That's very interesting. Thanks for tuning in. Myra from Victoria, Canada. Thanks. Sometimes I share my experiences and my practices, and there's absolutely are some recipes that I twist or how I decorate my place for Christmas. Exactly. It doesn't need to be always about the business, especially if you're here in the business. Sometimes just especially if you're targeting working moms, for example, recipes like that, Myra, that's really helpful. Even just a reel or just a 15 30-second video or a go live. You can do that, right? Yeah, how I decorate my place for Christmas, or maybe what's your favorite shop where you do your Christmas shopping. And yes, if you are also targeting nurses and your background as a nurse, like what are your tips? How to efficiently be more productive at work or at home. Maybe you have like little side tips and tricks on how to load up a syringe or how to wear your gloves properly, especially if you have long nails, something like that, right? Little things like that. It helps. You'll never know who you can who are the people that can resonate with you with your little tips here and there. Hi, Virginia. Thanks for tuning in. Awesome. And last, my boys are having dinner. I should join them. And last but definitely not the least, of the ILTP: invest, learn, teach, and of course, eventually you can profit, right? Profit in a sense because at the end of the day, yes, we're doing business here. We wanted to make extra online, or maybe you can turn this into something like a plan A eventually. When you connect with your audience, when you've given them so much value and you develop that trusting relationship with them, at the end of the day, when they are ready to start their own online business, when they're ready to hop in, and you're consistently showing up, you will be the first person that they will go to. Like, for example, you go to a Starbucks, you know you're always if you always crave for your coffee fix in the morning, and there are like two branches of Starbucks along your way to work. And then the difference is that you happen to go to another branch, and then it's just like very transactional as compared to another one. For example, you go to another branch where you develop that relationship. The barista is warmer. He or she asks, you do have like small talks, and then they connect with you more. Of course, if I ask you, like, if given the same distance, which would you prefer? Of course, you'll go to the other one, that where you have more connection with, right? Where the the barista more as compared to the other one. And it's also like this on social media. That's why it's not just our business, our online business, that practices this type of digital marketing, like which is attraction marketing. A lot of there are tons, if not all, online businesses also practices this. It's old school already, like posting your products, the services. Oh, well, there's nothing wrong with that. But what I'm saying is, if that's working for you, if you have a business like a brick and mortar business, you know and that's working for you, go for it. But at the end of the day, if you're just posting about products, buy this, buy that, do this, do that, if you're always pitching your products and services to your audience, they will find you like very spammy. If you're just always inviting people to watch the info session, do this, they will, black out. Like, okay, I'm gonna hide this person. I'm gonna hide Katrina. She's always just inviting. I don't even know what's in it for me. Right? Tell them what's in it for them. And also, when you give them value, you do the ILTP. Eventually, of course, they would want to do business with you. No, because they know you, they like you, they trust you. No, like, and trust. And eventually they want to do business with you. And of course, at the end of the day, it's not just you who's profiting in the business, but also you're helping them make profits eventually. Right. And that's why all of you here are still tuned in up until this point, because you find value in this post. I'm not profiting going live and doing this like directly, but I know in the grand scheme of things, I'm providing value, not just to you guys, like here in the business, but also to my incoming business partners who will be seeing this in the future as well. They will make be curious, like, oh, okay, so that's how it works, like the attraction marketing. Okay, so I don't need to like really feel anxious that I'm not an expert. I'm fairly new. What do I teach them? Right. And when I was reviewing my first few go lives earlier, when I shared my very first go live, I joined a 21-day go live challenge. I didn't have the result. That was way back October 2019 when I first did my go live. April, May, June, July, August. So like I was like barely 6 months into the business, and I didn't have the results I have right now. I didn't have like the income. I haven't moved to a new place. um I'm getting anxious as well, like what's our apartment is not aesthetically pleasing for a go live. So what I would do is I would just make sure I'm on a clean wall, or my background in my first go live was, or I was in the bedroom as well, but a curtain, like a clean curtain. And my video was like bumping up and down because my tripod was on the bed, and whenever I move, it will also move. We find ways, because I know the value that I provide. My turning point when doing go live, feeling anxious, feeling shy, is that what really flipped the switch for me is what's in it. I got over myself. I got over the self-consciousness. Like I got over the thought of like, oh my gosh, how do I look like? Do I look thin? Do I look fat? My makeup, things like that. Although yes, I did a little makeup now. Like from the morning, because I want to feel good. I want to feel, I'll also share that on another go live. And cloth, what's that? And cloth cognition, like how you present yourself, what you wear actually gives actually affects how you work and how you project yourself to others. That's another topic, but I like that as well. So that's why I put a little effort right now. But you don't need to have like makeup and like fancy clothes and stuff to do go live. So as I was saying, so I didn't have the results back then, but I would invest a little of my time to teach my audience. And I was actually surprised when I saw my first go live. And I was telling my audience that I have a sticky note on my phone. I forgot about that, and I actually did an acronym of the purpose of what I'm going live, and I put their face, like, have fun, connect, enjoy. What's the other one? Add value. I was like, oh my gosh, I really did that. Like, it's surprising. That was my first go live, and I know I remember, really preparing for that, but I actually forgot. Like, I actually had like an acronym for the content that I was putting out because I also want to remember what I'm about to say. There you go. So I hope that helps. ILTP. There you go. Invest. These are my go tos: learn, teach, and then eventually profit. If you find value in what I shared with you today, comment value and feel free to share this video to your business colleagues, to your team. Share them in DMs or comment or tag them here because I want to, so we can help each other out, right? Thank you, Jasmine. Oh, that's awesome. Thank you, sis. Myra. Oh, there you go. Who are you fangirling? Myra, sing along. Yes, with yoga. I sometimes it's the little things when people see that you're having fun, they get curious, like, what is this all about? Why is she doing karaoke? Something like that. Alona, hello from Japan. Good morning there. I think what's there? What 7:34 p.m. A.m. Value. Awesome. Thanks, Aria. Yeah, comment value if you find value, or comment letter V if it's faster. V or value if you find value here, and tag somebody, share this with somebody if they're feeling challenged or anxious about what to post on social media, or if you're just curious what I'm doing here, feel free to message me. If you also wanted to earn a little extra or more or beyond online, you can watch it, the webinar. Where is that? Here, we have a webinar every Tuesday, a live one, Tuesday and Thursday, 8 p.m. Eastern. You can register on the website or DM me, and then I can send me a private message, and then I'll walk you through the next steps. All right. Thank you so much. Awesome, Sheila. Thank you as well. Awesome. I'm glad you guys are finding value here. Reka, hello, hello. Jeannie, hello. Awesome. There you go. I'll join my boys in our dinner. So thank you so much, everybody. And I'll just end with this one: goals in your heart and dreams in your soul. With God's help, you'll reach your goal. Ephesians 3:20. Awesome, everybody. Enjoy the rest of the weekend and have a great brand new week ahead. Okay, bye for now. Thank